So how long have you been waiting for TGA approval?
Oh, good afternoon, Sue. So we put in our application towards the end of 2021, so around about September, October timeframe, and working with the TGA, constructively on making sure we get through all of the requirements that you need to get clearance.
Are you surprised it's taking so long?
No, I don't think so. I think the challenging part is that we're living with a dynamic situation, right? So, we've got new variants coming on. If you think about Delta, drove a whole bunch of legislative changes. So the ability to do rapid antigen tests, fundamentally came in off the back of COVID-19. And then you fast forward to Delta, over-the-counter testing suddenly became a thing and was legislated November 1st. So no, I'm not surprised because, things that change dynamically, companies like ours have to adapt and work with the new.
But you are already supplying overseas markets.
That's correct. So we have got Health Canada approval, so we're shipping products, which has been publicly announced, to Canada. We've been working through partners into Europe as well, producing rapid antigen tests for that market. And so, look, we're looking forward to having an impact here, and clearly, the regulations there to keep the population and citizens safe, and we're working with the TGA to get that done as fast as possible.
But how long will it take you to ramp up production if you do get approval?
Well, so interestingly, we've got existing capability overseas. So we've got infrastructure in the United States that we set up during 2020, 2021. And that facility's got significant capacity for the global market. We've also got some pretty active discussions going on with, local government as well as federal government on, what does sovereign capability look like as well. And so we've got some plans, active discussions going on. What we want to do is have a real impact, and we believe that having onshore manufacturing capability is a really important next step.
Now, have Australian governments been dragging their feet when it comes to the tests? You actually approached governments about the rats in mid-2020.
Yeah, well, so it's pretty easy to sit back here and think about what it was like in 2020 and to suggest then that strategically the country would need rats then, rapid antigen tests. Look, but it was a pretty different situation, right? We had federal governments and state governments looking to, COVID zero, lockdowns, trace, all of those sort of things that we had to live with, and were hard earned really. And the prevalence rates or the virus rates, infection rates were quite low at that time. What was interesting though is elsewhere in the world, clearly that wasn't the case. And so companies like ours obviously adapt and direct ourselves and focus in areas where we can have an impact, which is what we did. Which is the reason why we obviously went to those markets and helped out there. And I think, coming back here, we've got active dialogue and conversations going on with the government about what does the recovery phase look like. Now, legislation's changed quickly, we're adapting, and I do believe that there's still an opportunity for sovereign capability to be established here.
But given that people can't get the tests at the moment, do you think it's a good idea to lift isolation requirements for a wider range of industries?
Wow, and that's a question, right? Look, I'm not an epidemiologist by any means, but I run a business, and I'm a parent and all of those things as well. And I think, we would love to get back to, we're in the recovery phase now, and we'd love to get back to some level of normalcy, and we should be using all the tools at our disposal to do that. Look, I realise that rapid antigen tests are not that freely available right now. It does take time to get these things in place. The legislation changed on the 1st of November. Supply chains have to be established. We have to get it to where the actual tests are needed, and it does take time. Now, the good news is that there are a bunch of rapid antigen tests coming into the country today, and given that there is significant global demand, that's actually no mean feat. So I'm hoping that in the next few weeks, people will start to feel satisfied that they're available, and our industry partners and the people that we work with within the industry are doing their best, and hopefully within the next few weeks we see some amount of positivity.